shocking scenes occurred today as the Hasbro factory burns to the ground. Reports state
Greetings,
that a man
Marvel
was seen
Legends.
breaking into the factory.
I invite you to join me for a full month of horror in the malevolent Marvel Manor.
Reports state that a man was seen breaking into the factory shortly before the blaze occurred, shouting about acquiring a Juggernaut Wave Rogue figure.
Each day of October, the Marvel Zombie will guide you through a terrifying tale of horror as can only be captured by the Marvel Legends.
Wave Rogue figure. While it would appear the factory was deserted at the time of the blaze, fire officials fear that the man seen breaking into the premises may have been consumed in the flame.
Prepare yourselves for a full month of displaying horrific behavior. Hello Marvel Legends, it's time once again, for only the second time ever on this channel, for another cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. I always decided that cup of coffee in the big time was going to be when I do a quick review of a brand new release figure. And I've only been able to do one, Venomized Captain America, because I haven't had a brand new figure since then. I've had plenty of old figures, don't get me wrong, but there's been nothing hot off the press until now. So before we get to that one though, I do have a couple of other deliveries here, and there's one that's very exciting. So the first one is, I think, a little Build-A-Figure piece. Haha, yes. And this I prepared earlier because I assumed that's what it was. It is the leg for Caliban. Now, I already have a complete Caliban, but he is going to be going to the Czech Republic to get turned into Spider-Side. So this is my backup Caliban, because I wasn't that fussed about getting him, but then once I had him in hand, I was like, oh, actually, that is quite a nice bath. I think I would like to finish this. And I had most of him anyway, so it only took a couple of extra limbs to finish him off, and now he can go with my other X-Men. But I still need that right arm. So if anyone out there in YouTube land, if any of you Marvel Legends has a right Caliban arm, hit me up, because I would be very, very happy to take it off your hands. I just need some hot water, I think. I could struggle and strain to get it in properly on camera, but that's not going to be very exciting to watch. But still, there you go. Caliban is only one piece away from being finished, and I'm doubling up on Build-A-Figures. But now it's the real fun one. This here is from one of my good brothers in the Jeb Club. He was like, dude, I can't help but notice you don't have the Abomination bath. Want some help with that? Actually, he didn't say bath, because this isn't the bath. This is the San Diego Comic-Con original version. And I was like, as a matter of fact, I do want that figure. I shouldn't have really told you what it was. I should have had you guess from Blurro Vision. But let's see, because I've never seen the Abomination before, like outside of pictures, so I don't know what it looks like or like how big or small. Feels kind of chunky. And there he is, the Abomination, Emil Blonsky. And he's a big dude. That's what we like to see. Not one of the biggest, but this is definitely Hulk. Not Hulk, what am I saying? Rhino. This has got to be Rhino scale here. So yeah, I think that looks exactly like the Rhino body. I would get up to get the Rhino, but it's a long way up. Once you hit 39, you're pushing 40, you've got to make executive decisions about standing up and sitting down. It's a whole thing. But yeah, look at A-Bomb here. Actually, no, not A-Bomb, because that's a different character. I've made that mistake before, talking to people about A-Bomb, and they're like, wait, do you mean Abomination? I'm like, oh, yeah. Here is Abomination, and he looks fun. This guy's good. Look at this head. This is what Abomination should look like, not that ugly-ass Gamerverse one. What a shame. I'm sure we will get another Abomination on that bath body, because the body is awesome. But in the meantime, this dude right here, this is great. I love the dark greens, the textures there. He's in his Abomination pants, Abomination butt, and yeah. I'm not going to linger on too long because we're here for Silk, but this guy is legit. Look at the lovely fin ears here. This is classic Abomination. Very nice indeed. I'm down with that. And let's get him in a good sort of like Abomination rah, kind of pose. I like my characters roaring. If they got like a roaring face, then we'll give them like a pose where they're sort of got the arms out and give them like a Hulk kind of like rah kind of look. So we can do that because again he's got the lovely rhino ankle articulation as well. So there is Abomination looking the business. A couple of like little sort of guardians here. Very nice. Ah, I love that. Someone hit me up with the right arm because that's going to bug me. All right, 5 minutes in, but we're here for the actual main event now. From Comics and Cocktails. Gotta love those guys. We have Silk, the winner of the fan vote. When I saw those fan vote options, I was like, yes, Silk, please, come on. Come on, guys, give me Silk, because I don't have the original. I wanted Silk, of course, because Silk's a big-time Spider-Man character, and she was missing a big, glaring hole in the collection. Let's pop her out of the bubble wrap. But I thought, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on the old Silk, because I thought, like, it doesn't look great. It's still got that spindly-bindly issue, like so many of the female figures have. And also, I had a feeling. I felt a disturbance in the force. There was spider sense telling me, we're going to get a new Silk figure. And lo and behold, we did. And check her out. Look at this. You guys are seeing her before I do, as we always do. That's how much I care about my audience. So yeah, let's take a little look at her myself here. And oh, she does look good. I was saying Abomination doesn't maybe look as good in pictures as he does in person. This looked great in pictures. And I can assure you, it looks really, really good in person too. Cindy Moon, Silk. So yeah, for those of you who might not be initiated, it's an interesting little character idea. So Cindy Moon was bitten by the same spider that bit Peter Parker in that science experiment. She was a fellow student with him. And after the spider bit Peter Parker, it didn't die immediately. It actually also bit Cindy Moon. So she got similar powers to Peter. Not exactly the same though. She has organic webbing that comes out of her fingers, which there's a few characters that have webbing that come out of the fingers. And it looks weird. I'm not a fan of that, but organic webbing is cool. So before I go too much into her, check out the box art. How pretty. It's sort of the entire Marvel universe, all sorts of things, even with Celestials up at the top here. So I guess this is maybe like new packaging for sort of generic Marvel universe characters. Maybe it looks great. They've got everyone from Thanos, Venom, all sorts going on here. This is really, really nice packaging. And speaking of nice packaging, here she is with the accessories. Look at all these accessories, especially the extra head. Oh, and the body looks fantastic. None of this spindly-bindly stuff. This is a decent female figure. Okay, plastic crack. So satisfying. Right, here is Silk out of the packaging. And doesn't she look good? Isn't she lovely? Little Stevie Wonder action there for you. I really, really like this figure. The female head sculpt. Look, there's no dead eyes. There's no sort of plastic mannequin expression. It's kind of a plain expression, but she looks intense. She looks intense and focused, like she don't mean to take no guff from nobody, and that's a great looking head sculpt. And that's just one of the head sculpts. But again, the other Silk figure was in her older costume that had more of a grey, whereas this is like the nice, bright, beautiful, brilliant white, and that is so much more striking. Grey characters, by their very nature of being grey, it's just not that exciting. Whereas a stark black and white contrast, that looks terrific. And then, of course, I wonder if I can get my camera to focus. I don't think it will. That's a bit better, actually. I probably should have done that a long time ago. But yeah, you've got the wonderful S and red web on the front there. That looks really, really great too. It's nice, strong, stark, clear lines. There's none of that Hasbro paint, like bad, splodges or scuffs or anything. Look at the The fingers go to the red, from the red to black, really beautifully. That's actually focusing quite well. I'm surprised by this. Hopefully it's going to focus on the nice face as well. Look at that face. That is a decent looking face sculpt there. And also, look, you can see the red lines turn to black. I'm just going to try and refocus again. The red lines turn to black on the body. That's really, really nice detail. Oh, this is excellent. I'm 2 for 2 with good cup of coffee unboxings here because I adored Venomized Captain America. And now Silk with her neckerchief as well. That's fantastic. I'm going to see if I can do a head swap, but I don't want to sort of upset her or anything or bash my display cabinets here. Will she twist off? There we go, nice and easily. Little decapitated Silk head for you there. I'll put her neckerchief there. And the headless, very Halloween. Halloween's come early. We've got headless Silk. Right. And oh gosh, so many extras as well. Look, we've got not one, but 2 extra pairs of hands, plus the web shooting hand and the extra head. Like, we don't need to tell Hasbro how to make good figures. You guys know. You guys at Hasbro know how to make good figures. So do it more often. Actually, in fairness, you have. A lot of recent releases. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss. All right, so now we have sort of ninja. Even though Cindy Moon is from Korea, we'll go ninja. And or just any human being in 2020. Life's hilarious and depressing, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Oh, that popped on nicely. All right, I'm at a real sort of dilemma. I don't know how I want to display her because, so I'm trying to focus up again. Will that work? Maybe not. Either way, you're here for the personality, not the quality, right? But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to display her because this looks really cool too. I love this look. I'm so torn. But yeah, I'm thrilled with this. This is the rightful winner of the fan vote, I think. Well done. Kudos, can of Coke to all you guys who voted for Cindy Moon because we have got ourselves a lovely, lovely new addition here. And I'm just going to whack on the web hand as well. Good catch. It's always a bit dodgy when you're swapping out accessories in like a live to tape kind of video because the question is this actually going to work? I'm not sure about this. Looks like a giant snowball of webbing, sort of. It looks like the web shooter in her hand kind of exploded and just splodged a bunch of webbing over here. That looks a bit odd. Interesting stylistic choice there, Hasbro. I think this is her right. Yeah, this is her right arm. Right, yeah, right hand. So here we go. It's a shame. I like this webbing effect, but there's this weird snowball of webbing which just looks kind of bizarre. But we'll see how that looks when she's fully posed. The legs, I'm trying to like bend the legs, but actually these legs are really stiff. They're not, again, I don't want to break anything on camera, especially because I really kind of like this figure, but I'm not too familiar with this female mold. I don't want to upset it, but this doesn't really, these don't really bend much of much. I'm gonna have to probably go on a couple of forums and be like, guys, do you have Cindy Moon and do her legs really not bend? Because honestly, at the hip here, it's just not, oh, there you go, a little bit, but not much. There's not much bending going on in the legs. Maybe it's the female sculpt. Maybe it was just me being too worried about breaking her. I don't want to do that because I like this figure. Going back to Spindly Bindly, because of the nature of the figure, the limbs are a bit thinner, so the knees are a little, not gummy, but they just feel a bit more fragile. So be careful, is what I'm saying. Be careful, but as a basic pose right there, that is pretty cool. I like that. So yeah, Cindy Moon, that was a cup of coffee. 15 minutes is a decent cup of coffee. But there you go, Cindy Moon, fan choice winner, and what a great choice it was. Super, super happy with that. Whew. All right, this has been a busy day for videos. I've been doing a lot and editing a lot, and it's gonna get busier because coming up in October, we have a special Halloween month. It's gonna be big time horror all throughout the month of October. I hope you guys are ready for it. It's gonna be a blast. So until the next episode, guys, thanks very much for watching. I will see you next time, and keep displaying model behavior.
You know, when the excellence of execution wants to watch the best Marvel Legends content on YouTube, he's sure to like, share, and subscribe to Model Behavior. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.